We're going live. We're talking about how to get more bookkeeping clients. I'm going to remind y'all that there is homework from last week that quite a few folks have not turned in. So we will be going over our homework from last week. We will be catching up on that. This week's homework, we're going to talk about it, okay? Because I don't think that folks are serious, or maybe they don't think that I'm serious. But I'm here to tell you that I am in fact serious. I will be following up with y'all. I am giving you homework for your own benefit. I am giving you homework because you do have to do the work to get bookkeeping clients. You cannot just, whatever it is that y'all are doing, you cannot just flail around. Let me not bump my closet doors. You cannot just flail around and be half-assed and shit and not want to talk to people and hide, literally hide, and expect business to just come to you, okay? This is the mistake that I made in my first about 6 months of running my business, and that was 3 years ago. And I made over $100,000 in 2024 alone. Like just in 2024, I made over $100,000 in revenue. And it's because I had been showing up already for 6 months in 2023 on TikTok, posting every single day. Hey Cam, hey Raoud, please join in and hit that follow button. Make sure that y'all are grabbing your daily heart me. Remember, there is 45 engagement points. There are 45 engagement points for you to claim, and you are leaving that on the table if you do not get your daily heart me. Okay, so make sure that you follow me and click this orange heart up here by my name and get your daily heart me, okay? Last week, we had some homework. We had some folks joining in who were new to my account and who are freelance bookkeepers trying to build their business, trying to get more clients. So we talked last week about the first step to doing that, which is to identify the people in your network that are going to help you grow your business. There are already people in your life that you have an established relationship with that would help you if you asked for it. The problem is you're not asking. And no one, this is what my sales coach has taught me, no one is thinking about your business as much as you're thinking about your business. So you have to talk to people about it. You have to let them know what you're doing, that you're looking for new clients, and be the person in their brain that they think of first whenever somebody says, for instance, QuickBooks or bookkeeping, right? So being that person, creating that literal neural pathway in people's brains is what's going to help you grow your business. But being that person, creating that literal neural pathway in people's brains is what's going to help you grow your business. But you do have to actually let people know what you're doing. You do have to actually ask for help and let people know that you are accepting new clients, okay? I just turned off my Wi-Fi because I think it was lagging a little bit. So I put it on my, what's it called? Fucking mobile network. Hi Briar, hi Kelly. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Be sure to hit that follow button and grab your daily heart me. There are 45 engagement points waiting for you up here. Once you follow me, you click that orange heart, send in your daily heart me, and from there you can start commenting, tapping the live, and sending any gifts, because you want to do the daily heart me first and get all of those engagement points that are waiting for you. Ginger Scout, welcome in, friend. Thank you so much for joining. Please be sure to hit that follow button and grab your daily heart me. So last week's homework, showing up, telling people what you're doing, right? Actually, that wasn't last week's homework. Last week's homework was to make a list. It was a very simple homework assignment. I had one person turn in their homework assignment last week, okay? And doesn't hurt my feelings if people aren't doing their homework, right? Doesn't affect me at all. What it affects is your ability to show up and get new clients, your ability to grow your business. What it affects is your ability to show up and get new clients, your ability to grow your business, right? Right? Are we nodding along at home? Yes, Ray Ray, I understand, I hear you. I'm still afraid to show up. Okay, well, I didn't ask you to show up. I asked you to write down a list of 10 names. We are identifying the key people in your network that are actually going to bring you referrals and bring you clients. If you've been doing bookkeeping for any amount of time, if you've been in any sort of professional services industry, like legal stuff or a doctor's office, you know. The referrals are the people that come to you ready to purchase, ready to engage with you, who are coming through a referral that you're highly recommended, you've treated their friends and family well, and so they're coming to you because they know that you do a good job, that you do what you say you're going to do, that you show up, that you help people, right? You give people some sort of relief. So we need to identify the people in your network that are going to sell for you, right? This is the first step of building a business. Knowing who your ideal client is, and then the people in your network that already know those clients, right? So that was the assignment for last week. It was to write down 10 names of people in your network. These are family members, friends, coworkers, colleagues. There was a fifth one, can't remember. Who cares? 10 names of people who are already in your network, who know who you are, who like the way that you do things. Like, this is somebody that you've already got a standing relationship with. You know, they're not just some fly-by-night person. You're not just Facebook friends you never met in real life. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that maybe you send memes to every single day. Maybe the people you engage with most in the group chat. And those people are going to be on your list of 10 names, because those folks already have an established relationship with you. They already know who you are. They like how you do things. They like the way you show up. They like the way you talk, right? And maybe they have developed that level of trust with you too. Maybe they know that you're actually going to take care of their people if they refer them to you, because there's a huge weight and a burden when you refer somebody, right? So think about it. If you had a friend come to you and they were like, my toilet's overflowing, do you have a good plumber recommendation? And if you recommended somebody that came over and destroyed their house, that let their dogs and cats out, that didn't clean up poop all over the floor after they got done unclogging the toilet, would your friend trust you after that? No, you don't want to send anybody to your friend's house that isn't going to treat them with respect and give them a great level of service, right? So the people in our network are referring clients to us, and we have to take that seriously. It's a great thing to get referrals. Honestly, some of my best clients have been referrals over the years, and the people that are my monthly bookkeeping clients are all referral clients. Like, someone referred them to me, okay? Thank you so much, Briar, for getting your daily heart me, friend. I really appreciate it. Make sure that you grab your 45 engagement points. Once you get the daily heart me, you can click that heart again, and there will be your engagement points that you can claim. Remember that the more we engage with this app, the better we engage with this app, the better our experience of the app will be. Thank you so much for being here, Briar. Hi, Nico. Welcome in. How are you, friend? Make sure that y'all hit that follow button if you're a small business owner. Follow me, and then grab your daily heart me by clicking this orange heart up here. There are 45 engagement points from TikTok waiting for you to just go up there and grab it. Thank you so much for sending the bubble gum, friend. You're so sweet. Thank you. So the networking thing is something that I have a lot of experience with, but not just experience. I used to be in a professional networking organization. I'm not talking about, ooh, that was so cool. I've never seen that before. That was awesome. Thank you. I didn't know it was going to do that, to be quite honest. That, like, I was like, who? Just ADHD getting distracted over here. What was I saying? Thank you for the heart puffs, friend. You're so sweet. Thank you so much, Briar. Yeah, so I was in a referral organization, professional networking organization that was all about getting referrals. Thank you so much for the heart puffs, friend. I really appreciate you. Hi, Colleen. Thank you for joining in. Y'all make sure that you get up here and hit that follow button, and then get your daily heart me. Briar, you're lighting it up in here today. Thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Thank you. Briar is hyping me up in the live today. Thank you so much. And I've seen your videos of going to prom. Y'all look very cute. I hope you had a great time at prom. You know who I went to my senior prom with? My ex-boyfriend. he was like literally my ex-boyfriend at the time. He had broken up with me like 2 months before, and I was like, well, you're actually supposed to be my date for prom, and you will still be taking me because you're not gonna fucking dump my ass and then leave me to go to prom by myself. And he took me to prom, and we had a good time. If that doesn't give you an idea of who I am as a person. Oh my God, I would never do anything like that now, though. I would just be like, yeah, get out of here. Yeah, I was like, all right, no, we're not doing this. You can break up with me, but you're still taking me to prom. I was ridiculous as a teenager. Anywho, yes, I'm going to share the live and see if we got some other friends. I know there's some people getting off work, hanging out, that want to come hang out on live. So we're going to share with folks. Let's see if they're ready to jump in. Okay. Yeah, so it was not an MLM. That's what I was trying to say before. And I got sidetracked by somebody's bubblegum emoji shit. Sorry, I was getting the spam calls. Y'all, the spam calls have been awful lately. Anyways, yeah, it was not an MLM. It was BNI, Business Networking International. So it's an organization you pay to be in, and the whole point is to educate you on how to grow your business through referrals. And I served in the leadership position. I was part of the organization for 5 years. I served in the educational coordinator role, so I was teaching other people how to network and get referrals to grow their business. So that's what I'm here to talk to y'all about today, because that was the homework lesson from last week. We need to identify the people in your network that are going to send you referrals. They're going to be kind of like your little salespeople out in the world. Referrals are a great way to grow your business. Usually the clients that you get through referrals are going to be amazing clients, right? And I'm not even just talking about bookkeeping clients. Any business, especially professional services, legal services, medical healthcare services, spa services, things like that. If you get referral clients and you're in the professional services industry, those clients are going to be the best clients you've ever had, right? They're so loyal. They're already coming to you with a large amount of trust bought into whatever it is that you're doing. Why? Because they were referred by somebody. Because somebody told them, hey, Reagan does QuickBooks and she knows what the fuck she's talking about. And she helps a lot of people out, right? Briar, don't know what it is you do. If you were just in prom, maybe you don't have a side gig or anything yet. But, you know, somebody's like, hey, they really know what the heck is going on over here. So if you go to Reagan, she's going to help you get QuickBooks set up. She's going to teach you how to use it, and it'll be correct, right? And you're not going to want to spin out and crash out every single time you log into QuickBooks. That is the benefit of referral. You're getting somebody who knows, likes, and trusts you already to tell other people why they should know who you are, like what you're doing, and trust you to take care of them, right? So this is like your secondary salespeople. They are out in the business. They were out in the community talking about your business and listening for when people are speaking about a specific problem. And this is what I tell folks. And I've seen a couple of creators talk about this who talk about like marketing and stuff, but like literally if you're showing up on here and you are marketing and selling on TikTok or any other social media platform, you are literally creating neural pathways in people's brains. And for me, that means that anytime somebody hears about QuickBooks, I want my face to be haunting them, right? I want them to see my face in their sleep when they think about QuickBooks Online. That's the goal, okay? And everybody in my life knows, this is why I call myself, that I'm that QuickBooks bitch, okay? They know that. That is literally what my clients call me. And I love that, right? I have that kind of a relationship with people. So anytime somebody hears about QuickBooks Online, I want my face to show up in their brain, And when I am marketing and selling on TikTok, I am creating those neural pathways for people. But when you are networking with the people in your network, you are talking to people, you're building relationships with people in your network, and they know what you do, you're creating those neural pathways for them too. So when they hear somebody out in the world, in the community, talking about QuickBooks Online, right, they're going, don't drag your ass on my carpet. My dogs are behaving so poorly today. And the cats too. What was I saying? Lord. Yeah. When people are out there talking and stuff and they hear QuickBooks, they're going to think of me, right? Because I've done my job to make that neural pathway, to make it stick in their brain that I'm that QuickBooks bitch, okay? So that is why people send me referrals literally every week. But for the people that don't know me, right, that find me via the algorithm, I train the algorithm to put people in front of me who want to deal with QuickBooks, who want to learn how to use QuickBooks, right? So you're either training this algorithm, which is just a fucking mathematical formula, or you're training people in your network to think about you when they hear about whatever it is that your clients experience as a problem that you help solve, okay? So, great example for this, spa services or like estheticians or nail technicians. When people are posting on social media, they're like, I got a new manicure, I got a new set of acrylics, right? People are like, who did that? That's referral marketing. Then they're like, yeah, let me tag my girl in, let me hook you up with her page, here's her link to book a calendar appointment with her so you can get set up, right? So if you are sticking in people's minds as the person that solves that problem, which the problem would be, nasty nails that need a new set, that need a fill-in, right? I don't know nail words. People are going to be like, oh, I remember I saw Brittany and she had this badass set of nails on. I need to go figure out who she sees, right? So that is the power of referrals. And it actually has to start with you, right? People are not just going to go out and start selling your shit willy-nilly, okay? People are going to have you stuck in their mind, and they're going to talk you up if you do the work first, which is to show up consistently and let them know what you got going on and actually have a conversation with them, not just posting. Now I'm talking about the people that are actually in your network. This was the homework for last week. This was writing down the list of 10 names. These are people who are family, friends, acquaintances, colleagues, coworkers, right? People who you have an established relationship with, and I'm talking about you probably talk to them at least once a week via text, sending memes in the group chat, phone call to your mom every Sunday, whatever it is. 10 people in your network, write down a list of names. That was the homework for last week, and you actually have to go have a conversation with them. Okay, you have to start doing the work and training people to start thinking about you first whenever they come across somebody that's having that issue. Okay, Christian, welcome in, friends. If you are new here, y'all make sure to hit that follow button up here. If you're a small business owner especially, hit that follow button and then grab your daily heart me, okay? Because you are going to get 45 engagement points when you grab your daily heart me. No matter what live you're in, you're going to hit that follow button and then click the orange heart up here, grab your daily heart me, and get your 45 TikTok engagement points. The better you engage with this app, the better your experience of this app will be, friends. Excuse me. I took some Advil because I have kind of a headache, and I think it's because of this stupid weather. And also my light is really bright, so I might cut that down just a tad because my head is starting to hurt. But we're hanging out. We're talking about how to get more bookkeeping clients, okay? We talked about last week the homework, the 10 names. I had one person turn in their homework. One person turned in their homework last week. And again, I'm not worried about whether y'all do your homework or not, okay? You're the one that wants more bookkeeping clients. So are you willing to put in the work? Oh, Reagan, writing down 10 names is not going to get me new clients. What are you doing now that's getting you new clients? Hello? Yeah, so do you want to try something different? Do you want to work with me and do my methods that are proven? The reason that I want to start with your personal network first before we get into how to post, how to show up, how to be consistent with posting, all that shit, right? Before we even get into that, you actually need to know how to talk to people. So talk to the people that you already talk to on a daily or weekly basis. That is the point, okay? In starting with your network. We're already talking to people that you know, that you have an established relationship and a conversation with. Because that's going to be easier than talking to somebody on this app who's a complete stranger, right? So that's why we do the 10 names first. Press, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Small business owners, make sure that you tap that follow button and then get your daily heart me. Click on this orange heart up here next to my name. Grab your daily heart me. Get your 45 engagement points. We're talking about how to get more bookkeeping clients today. Had one person turn in their homework last week, and the homework is for y'all. It's not for me to have a list of 10 people that I don't know. It's for you to have a list of 10 people as a starting point in talking to your network, in getting practical practice, talking to other people about what it is that you do, how you help clients, right? It is practical practice. You're putting in the work with people that you already know, that you already have an established conversation style with, you already have an established relationship with them. You probably have a chat thread going already. Jump in there and start talking about your business. Hey, I'm looking to grow my bookkeeping client list. I'm looking for restaurants that maybe, aren't open on Mondays, whatever, right? So if do you want clients or not? Unfiltered Beauty, Yasmin, thank you so much for joining, friend. Be sure to hit that follow button and grab your daily heart me before you start sending gifts or liking the live or anything. Make sure that you get your daily heart me so you can claim your engagement points. Okay, do I do contractors? Absolutely. What type of trade is it or contract work is it? Please let me know. And Yasmin, I do have a link in my profile. Right under my picture, there is a link tree link that has my pool contractor work. Absolutely. I have worked with pool companies that sold pool products, and I work with all sorts of different types of tradesmen and contractors. Again, if you click on my profile, go to the link tree there, and there is a link to book a one-on-one consultation with me. It's a 30-minute consultation, and we can chat about your specific situation for sure. I will tell you that there is limited time this week, and then for the next 2 weeks, I am getting ready and then going on vacation. So I have limited availability over the next 2 weeks, but you should still be able to get an appointment this week. If you can't, DM me, okay? Miss Maddie Matt, thank you so much for joining in. You'll make sure to follow me if you're not already, and grab your daily heart me. You're going to click this orange heart right up here next to my name and get your 45 engagement points from TikTok. Yes, you've got a couple questions. Yeah, I'm a profesh, baby. I'm a QuickBooks Online Advanced Pro Advisor. I'm an elite QuickBooks Online Advanced Pro Advisor, which is literally the highest level of Pro Advisor that you can get for QuickBooks Online. So you're in the right spot. Yes, I will see you soon on a call. Remember, get on this week. If you don't see a time this week, DM me so we can get you in, because the next 2 weeks I will be traveling. So I don't want to miss out. And I also have a free community that you can join. So let me know, pool contractors, tradespeople, any sort of other type of contractor. I got you. I got professional services. I got retail. I got restaurants, e-commerce, content creators. I have done books for content creators before. So I do it all, friend. If it's on QuickBooks Online, I got you. Okay? Friends, make sure that we are hitting the follow button, please. And once you hit the follow button, you will be able to grab your 45 engagement points by clicking this orange heart right next to my name. 45 engagement points, what does that mean? Well, the better you engage with this app, the better this app is going to be for you, especially if you're trying to promote your business on here. So make sure any live that you go in, that you are getting your daily heart me. You're clicking that orange heart up here and sending in your daily heart me, okay? Freya Ferry, thank you so much for joining in, friend. Y'all be sure to hit that follow button, grab your daily heart me. Unfiltered Beauty by Yasmin, thank you so much for joining. So last week, talking about networking, talking about finding people in your network already, and think outside the box. You'd be surprised at where referrals come in, especially with bookkeeping, because every business needs bookkeeping, and there are a lot of CPAs out there that prepare tax returns that hate doing bookkeeping. So as a bookkeeper, I've positioned myself to be working in tandem with CPAs, right? So even working with CPAs in your community, talking to your friends and family members about their tax preparers and saying, well, do they do bookkeeping? Because I would be great to contracts and bookkeeping work too. Think outside the box and you're going to get more bookkeeping clients, but it does require you to talk to people. Okay? Desert Moon Art, thank you so much for joining in. Y'all make sure to hit that follow button. Small business owners, tap in, especially if you're a QuickBooks Online user. I'm going to help you out, all right? Hit that follow button and then grab your daily Heart Me by clicking this orange heart up here by my name. Click that orange heart, send in your daily Heart Me, and get your 45 engagement points, friends. So, talking to the people that are already in your network, I don't know why I feel like I'm out of breath. It's because I have asthma. I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to take a little drink. Jamie or Jaime, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I think that's the Mexican flag. Jaime, thank you so much. Welcome in. Be sure to hit that follow button. Grab your daily Heart Me. Click that orange heart up here by my name. Send your daily Heart Me. Claim your 45 engagement points, friends. So, starting with people that you've already got a relationship with, you already send memes in the group chat, right? Those are the people that you're going to feel more comfortable talking to up front. And we need to get you comfortable talking about your business. Y'all love to talk about how you're shy and you don't know what to post. Yes, girl. I'll see you Thursday. Woo woo. All right, friend. Thank you so much for getting that booked. Holler at me if you have questions in the meantime. You'll hear from me directly. I like to check in with my clients before they get on the consultation. You're so welcome, friend. I can't wait to meet you. Thank you so much. I love meeting new clients on TikTok Live. That's what we do up in here, friend. We're helping people out every single day. So, I'm out of breath. It's going to rain okay. It's been pouring rain every day. I am that girl, okay? Thank you so much. Yes. I'm so glad that you're here and that you caught me on live. And I'm so looking forward to hearing about the pool business, babe. I'm that girl. I tell y'all, seriously, I do have a client that I've known almost 10 years now. And she's been my client since I started my business. She started her own business about the same time I started mine. And so she hired me in the very beginning to do her books. And she was the first one to call me that QuickBooks, but she says, biatch. So she goes, you're my QuickBooks biatch. And so I said, you know what? That's what I'm going to say in my videos. I'm the numbers witch and I'm that QuickBooks bitch. And that's the kind of relationship I have with my clients. This is how we do it up here, okay? So, that's where that came from. Yes, I love my clients. I love having that kind of relationship with people. I tell people, I'm not your dad's stuffy CPA. I'm not your dad's geriatric accountant, okay? Well, number one, I don't do taxes either. But number two, this is how I show up. This every day. Yes. I can't wait to meet you, girl. Yeah, and that's why I think, when people come to me and they're like, teach me how to, yes, literally, and no shade to the geriatrics, okay, but I've seen some CPAs that looked a lot older than they actually were, and they work themselves so hard during tax season, but then they don't, take time off and enjoy the rest of the year. And I remember thinking one time when I was working at my old job doing bookkeeping, but at a different bookkeeping firm before I started my own, I was thinking about it one day and I was like, You gotta be crazy to open an accounting firm. It's too much. And now look at me. You know that meme where he's like putting on the clown makeup and he puts on the clown wig? That's me. Being like, I don't know why anybody would start an accounting firm, and then here we are. However many years later. But the difference between all that mess over there and me rocking my shit over here is that I have great boundaries. I have strict boundaries for myself, but for my clients as well. And like, I try to be as clear as possible up front. And this, if you're a bookkeeper looking for more clients, I need you to be taking notes, okay? Get the pen and paper out, take some notes. Boundaries are it. She's that girl. Boundaries with myself, meaning that I don't work with the kind of clients, or I don't do the kind of work that I don't want to be doing, aka tax returns. But I don't allow myself to work on the weekends. If I have and every single day I wake up, I have 18 different business ideas. I allow myself on the weekends to ponder my business and to consider and think about my ideas. And I have an ideas, well, not really an ideas, but just my business kind of notebook that I'm just constantly, which by the way, this is going to be coming out soon, y'all. Which QuickBooks Online feature you are based on your astrological sign. I'm so excited for that one. This is all over the place, and I'm so sorry I can't keep a thought going. Boundaries are not working when I've decided I don't want to. So weekends, not working, okay? And if I am going to think about my business, it's not going to be sitting there ruminating and anxiety about my business. I don't allow myself to do that. If I am having anxiety, I use my coping skills, my tools and resources that I've been working on. Number one, in therapy, but also just in general, write it down in the journal. What am I anxious about? What am I afraid is going to happen? Right? Do a meditation, maybe go take a walk, right? So I have tools and resources to help me if I am feeling anxious or something about my business on the weekends. But I'm not working on the weekends, and I'm not allowing myself to spin out on the weekends and get all crazy with anxiety and stuff, okay? We're not doing that. Miss Gimmy's in the house. Hello, friend. Y'all make sure to hit that follow button. Grab your daily heart me by clicking this orange heart up here by my name. Once you get your daily heart me, you get 45 engagement points from TikTok. And remember, the better you are at engaging with this app, the more quality engagement that you're doing in the app, the better your experience of the app will be. Part of that is getting your engagement points. Any live that you're in and you're following the creator, I'm not saying to follow everybody. Follow me for sure. Follow, and then once you hit the follow button, there will be an orange heart that pops up here right at the top next to my name. Click that orange heart, get your daily heart me, and you'll get 45 engagement points. You do get a little bit more if you send gifts and things like that. So you can support the room down here by thank you for supporting the live. So boundaries, very important for small business owners, not just bookkeepers, but bookkeepers. We tend to, well, the people that get attracted to bookkeeping are probably the people who are workaholics to begin with. They are easily overwhelmed. They overwork themselves. They don't have good work-life boundaries. You thought I was going to say balance, didn't you? Work-life boundaries. The people that have issues with that are probably the people that get drawn towards doing bookkeeping. So that's why I'm here to help y'all out. Okay, we got to have better boundaries. Miss Gimme, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for joining my live. I sounded like a Muppet just then. But I appreciate you hanging out, friend. Y'all make sure to grab your daily heart me up here. Orange heart by my name. 45 engagement points waiting for y'all. So, better business boundaries instead of balance. Not only boundaries with myself, not working when I don't want to, or when I've decided I don't want to work, not doing the kind of work I don't want to be doing. Now let's talk about the boundaries that you need to have between you and your clients. And who gets to set that? Well, in any relationship, not a romantic or intimate relationship, but any relationship between two people, right? There's going to be boundaries on both sides. There are physical boundaries, there are internal boundaries, right? I'm not going to let somebody invalidate how I feel. No, we're not doing that. So having boundaries with your clients can look like letting folks know how and when it is appropriate to contact you. Now, that's not to say that you're going to tell people what to do. We don't do that around here. We're all adults. But what I am going to do is tell you the best ways to contact me. Okay? If my clients, I do have like a business number that you can text. So my clients have that number and they can text me if they want to. But I set the expectations in the beginning of how that communication is going to be handled. If you text me on the weekends, I don't see it at all. Because I only have the phone app on my computer and I'm not on my computer. Because what? I'm not working on the weekends. That's right. So if you're texting me on the weekends, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not working. So I don't see it. I have my systems and my notifications set up so that I actually don't see it. I don't want to be distracted by work texts on a Saturday. Okay? So setting the communication boundary gives an expectation. And that is good for my clients, right? If they are texting me on the weekends, which some of them do, I'm not going to get upset about it because I don't see it till Monday morning. And I'm not going to be upset to log in Monday morning and see that they were texting me. Why? Again, I've given them the expectation. If you communicate with me this way, this is what's going to happen, right? It's an if-then situation. If my clients text me on the weekends, I will respond during working hours, right? I just simply won't see it and I won't respond to it. No hard feelings, right? That's an example of a communication boundary that I have in my business. And I also like to share with people the ways that I communicate best. For instance, when I'm doing payroll services for a client, I tell them when they need to have like payroll hours turned in or PTO requests turned in or any changes to direct deposit for their employees. They have a deadline by which they have to submit that information. If they don't meet the deadline, it'll be on the next payroll, right? So setting the expectations, setting those boundaries, making it very clear, asserting the boundaries, saying them out loud, making sure that the client understands what's happening, what they need to do, right? Those are all good communication practices, good boundaries to have, right? And especially when we're working with people's money, it is so important to have clear expectations and boundaries. Can I get an amen? Tap the screen if you believe. No, if you agree with me, tap the screen. Y'all, if you're new here, please hit that follow button. If you're a small business owner especially, hit that follow button. And then grab your daily heart me. Click up here, the orange heart right next to my name. Click that orange heart, get your daily heart me before you start commenting. Before you start tapping the screen or doing anything, you need to get your daily heart me, okay? Get your 45 engagement points, and then when you comment, you will get even more engagement points. And when you support the live by gifting in the room, you'll get even more engagement points on top of that, but you have to do your daily heart me first, okay? So make sure that you click that orange heart, get your daily heart me. Back to boundaries. Okay, let's talk about pricing. The P word that nobody wants to talk about. But actually, that's not true. A lot of people want to talk about pricing. But they don't want to talk about it. They want that. Thank you so much, Miss Gimme. See what happens when you follow instructions? Miss Gimme knows what's up. She knows what happens when you follow instructions. You get to sit up here at the top. Okay? Friends who are watching the live, please make sure that you go engage with Miss Gimme. Click on her picture. Follow her. She posts inspirational content that y'all need to be seeing. Okay? Thank you, Miss Gimme, so much for supporting the live. Let's talk about pricing because people want me. Number one, they want me to validate their prices. They want me to tell them that their prices are okay, that their prices are in line with their level of experience, with their certifications and qualifications. They want the validation that they picked a number that is the good number and not too much, not too little. And that's not how it works. And some of y'all want your clients to validate your prices too. Don't do that, friends. No. Clients are not here to validate that you know what it is that you're doing. Clients are not here to validate. I am preaching today, okay? I didn't expect to be doing all this on the live. Y'all need to make sure that you're tapping that screen because you're getting it good today. Your clients, bookkeeping clients or otherwise, are not here to tell you that the number you picked for your price is a good number. We're not playing Goldilocks over here with the pricing. We're not doing, oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too little. This one's just right. And everybody agrees that this number is a perfect number. That's never going to happen. Never. Your clients will never validate your prices. Okay? Don't expect them to do that. Please. You're going to wind up in a world of trouble. You're not going to have fun. Give them the tea on how to do business. That's right, Miss Gimme. Listen. And I'm going to post this one on YouTube, too. I'm going to do it. Okay. Pricing. People are not here to validate that you picked a good number, that you picked the perfect number for your offer. Okay? Your clients are here because they need help. They don't want to do their bookkeeping. They don't know how to do their bookkeeping. They don't want to learn. They just want to hire you to do it for them, right? That's why your clients are here. They're not here to tell you you picked a good number, that you did the perfect. Y'all perfectionists out here, the pen is being waved at y'all. Y'all perfectionists out here are getting in your own way sometimes. Price, number, pick it. Don't care. We can talk about where you got that number. We can talk about what all is involved with that number. Like, what are you promising to do for people at that number, right? We can talk about all that. But at the end of the day, don't care what number you pick. I have had CPAs. I'm going to tell you all a story, okay? I had a CPA one time trying to hire me as a contractor. They just wanted somebody to, like, do their clients' bookkeeping. And I was like, sure. They never sent me any clients. But they told me how much they charged for monthly bookkeeping, along with, like, accounts payable, accounts receivable, the whole shebang, right? $2,500 a month. No, ma'am. Oh, my God. I almost fell out of my chair when they said that, and I was like, okay, I mean, I guess you can just pick a number, right? That's why I'm telling y'all, you can literally just pick a number, and people are going to pay it. Somebody out there will pay it. Am I charging $2,500? No, of course not. That's silly. I think that's silly, so I'm not going to charge that number. Now, if I wanted to charge that number, I might need to work on thinking that that's silly. I might need to do a little work on that, maybe some journaling, maybe some reflection, maybe think about what other kind of value I could add in to get to a $2,500 a month. But I'm not doing, I'm good with my number, and it's a lot less than that. So, and then they told me that what was my rate at that time? I think I did $125 an hour. I told them I would contract for, and they told me that was too expensive. Huh? That's 5% of what you charge your fucking bookkeeping clients. What do you mean I'm charging? I was flabbergasted. Simultaneously, because then I told them how much I charge for monthly bookkeeping, right? To do somebody's bookkeeping every month for a small business. They told me I was charging too little for that, but to my clients, but then I was charging them too much for contract work, and then they're charging a hell of a lot more than that to their bookkeeping. I was like, what? The math is not mathing. And I I kind of crashed out a little bit after that. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of feelings about that because I was like, you're not gonna tell me in the same breath that I'm charging too much for my hourly rate and yet not enough for my monthly services, and then you're charging more than 5 times that amount? Huh? None of it made any sense. So I was like, okay. Anyways, if y'all want to send me some bookkeeping clients, I'll do some contract work for y'all, because this was the very beginning of my business. Like, within the first couple of months, I was just trying to get some clients and get some revenue and stuff. They never sent me anybody. I was like, okay, well, I do have a CPA group or an accounting tax prep group that does have me do bookkeeping for some of their clients now. And it's working out great. So that is another way to, I don't want to say get bookkeeping clients, because what I did to have that kind of connect, I built a relationship, or I had an established relationship, because the guy that works there, I rented a room from him. We were not ever intimately, whatever, but he's just a friend. But I rented a room from him in college. And so we technically lived together for like a year. And so when I started my own business, he knew how good I was with QuickBooks, and he was like literally calling me every other day. Like, can you help? And I was like, yeah. So they send me clients because I have an established relationship with them. And that's why y'all's homework last week was to start with your network, to start with those 10 names of people that you have an established relationship with, you have an established conversation with. And by that, I mean, you're texting them every other day. You're calling your mama every Sunday, right? Thank you so much for I love that so much. Thank you so much, Miss Gimme. When I set that as the goal, I didn't know it was going to do that. And so Briar earlier sent it, and I was like, what is happening? And I love it so much. It's so cute. Thank you so much, Miss Gimme. You have an amazing evening. Bye. I'll see you soon. Yes, having an established relationship with somebody. Great place to start. You're already comfortable with them, right? So that's why I gave y'all the homework that I did last week. Okay? So, friends, if you are watching along, make sure that you hit that follow button and grab your daily heart me. Clicking this orange heart right next to my name is going to get you 45 engagement points when you send your daily heart me. So make sure that you're doing that on any live that you're in, not just in my live. Okay, friends? Homework for this week. You need to finish homework from week 1, because I only had one person turn in their homework last week. And again, not a problem for me. If you're not doing your homework, just like in college, like you're only hurting yourself, right? And y'all aren't even paying for this. I'm doing this on live just for free. I do have a subscription though. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I do offer mentorship to other bookkeepers, and you can click on my profile and click on the link in my profile. It will take you to my link tree where I have a freelance bookkeepers tab, and you're going to click on the freelance bookkeepers tab. Okay, the folks that are bookkeepers that need a little help showing up, period, and then being consistent in the way that they show up and want more bookkeeping clients, the folks that want help with that, I will offer you a free call. But you do need to go click on the link in my profile and click on the freelance bookkeepers tab, okay? And do your homework, okay? Last week I did share the homework in a video. So if you missed the live last week and you're not sure what the homework was, scroll through my videos a couple times, and there is one where I am replying to a comment. In that video, I give you the homework from last week. It's super easy. It's going to take you less than 5 minutes, and you don't have to talk to anybody yet. So do the homework, okay? Again, you are hurting yourself if you don't do the homework. Friends, be sure and hit that follow button. If you're a small business owner, please make sure that you are following me and grab your daily heart me by clicking this orange heart right up here by my name. Get your 45 engagement points, friends. The better you engage with this app, the better your experience of the app will be. Milky Way friend, please come up here and grab your heart me. Right up here next to my name, you'll see an orange heart. Click on that heart and send in the daily heart me. Leah Yeager, thank you for joining in, friend. Be sure to hit that follow button and grab your daily heart me. Get your 45 engagement points. So if you missed the homework from last week, super easy, takes you less than 5 minutes. Scroll back on my TikTok page, a couple of videos. There is a video where I explain what the homework was. It was due in my DMs. Yeah, you actually did have to turn it in to prove to me that you did it. And I have one person turn in their homework, okay? Which means that with them, I'm moving on to the next step this week, okay? But you have to do the first part of the homework first. And it doesn't involve talking to people yet. The first part, no talking to anybody, so should be easy for y'all to do. Sit down, less than 5 minutes, watch that video, and then get to thinking and get to writing and drop it in my DMs, all right? Milky Way friend, if you are still hanging out and watching, please make sure to hit that follow button and grab your daily heart me by clicking this orange heart up here next to my name. Send in your daily heart me and you'll get 45 engagement points on TikTok. Kennedy Jones, thank you for joining in, friend. So this week we're going to move on to the next part of the homework. I'm not going to go over that on this live though. I will be going over that with the friend who sent in their homework to my DMs by the deadline, and we're going to move on to the next part of it. But folks that are wanting more bookkeeping clients, you need to start with last week's homework, okay? Go find that video on my profile where I explain what the homework is. And then we're going to move on to the next part, which does involve you talking to people. But why are we not afraid to talk to people? That's right. Because we chose people that we have an established relationship and an established conversation with already. These are folks in the group chat. These are folks that you call every Sunday to check in on them and the kids and the mama and them and all that. Lori Ann, thank you for joining in. These are people that you have sent a meme to in the last 24 hours, right? Easy peasy homework to do, okay? And when we start talking to those people about what it is that you do and what kind of referrals you're looking for bookkeeping clients, you are going to get some of the best clients of your career. Not immediately, not instantly. We don't do instant gratification over here, friends. We do what? Relationship building. When we are working with somebody on their bookkeeping, that is a relationship that is built on trust, which means that you have to establish that trust before they hire you. Referrals are the quickest way to get to the trust that you need to have with a client in order to work with them, in order for them to hand over all of their financial statements, their bank statements, their credit card information, the way they spend money, what their credit card balances are. That's a lot of emotional stuff that's going to be dredged up, and you have to get to the level of trust with them first before they hire you to do all that, right? We all know how we feel about our money. Imagine having to share that with somebody that you saw them on TikTok for the first time, right? We're not doing that. We're starting with the people in your life that already know who you are, that love you, love you, same thing, right? That like the way that you do things, that like the way that you show up, and that trust you. Because they're going to tell their friends, family, coworkers, all that about how much you help people, how great you are, how interesting and unique you are, and you approach problems a new way, blah, 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 right? We're trying to train you to talk about your business, to talk about your offers with people that you already have a conversation and a relationship with. You have an established way of communicating with them. And we're just going to tap into that, okay? And again, these are people that care about you. They know who you are. They like you. They might be friends, family members, all of this. Like, you have an established relationship with them. They are going to want to help you when you ask for help. And technically, that is what you're doing when you're asking for a referral. I'm trying to grow my business. I'm looking for bookkeeping clients. Do you know a restaurant that is using QuickBooks Online and Clover and can't get them to work, right? We are asking people to help us in growing our businesses. And the rule of reciprocity, they know you, they like you, they trust you. If you ask for help, you're going to want to help them. human beings, we're community-based organisms, right? We are looking for ways to support our community. We thrive off of being in community with each other. So if you go to your community and say, I need help, chances are people are going to want to help you, especially if they already know you, right? Asking for help, asking for referrals, same thing, right? And this is a great way to train yourself that, like, putting yourself out there is not scary. Nobody's going to be mad at you, right? Nothing bad is going to happen. You're not going to die, okay? You're not going to die by asking somebody, hey, do you know anybody that needs help with QuickBooks? That's it, right? When we start training our brain and our nervous system to show up, to talk to people about what it is that we do, to ask for help, to ask for referrals, we get used, like, we get a little bit of desensitization to it, right? We want to work on desensitizing you to putting yourself out there. And that is when you're going to start showing up online to strangers when you're posting on TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is, right? When you're posting at that point and you've been desensitized to talking to people about your business and making offers and people saying, no thanks, not right now, or whatever. When you've been desensitized to that, that is when you will be able to show up more consistently. But you have to start first. So let's start with people that you already like and trust and have a relationship with. The people who want to already help you out. Okay? That's why we're doing what we're doing. That was a lot of words and things. I'm going to jump off of here and go make dinner. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this live today. Thank you for everybody who sent in tips and support for the live. I really appreciate you, new followers. Thank y'all so much, and be sure to follow me. Hi, AC. I'm about to jump off. Please make sure that you hit that follow button and grab your daily heart me before I do so that you can follow me, and we'll be back here live. Tomorrow, I think I am going to do a live later in the evening. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to test that out for a little bit. I'm excited, and I hope everybody has an amazing evening. Bye.